Hello everyone, my name is Nurulita and today I would like to present my extensive reading poster. The title of my article is After the Tsunami, Banda Aceh, Indonesia 20 Years On. It was written by Simon Irwin and published by BBC News. I choose this article because it is not only interesting but also very meaningful to me personally. First, I would like to explain the vocabulary that I learned from this article. The first word is devastating, which means causing a lot of damage or destruction. And the second is proximity, which means being near someone or something. The third word is interpret, which means brave and not afraid of difficulties. The fourth is commemorative, which refers to something created to remember an important event or person. The fifth word is sculpture, which is a work of art made from materials such as stone or metal. And the last word is unshakable, which means something that cannot easily be changed or destroyed. Now, I would like to explain the summary of the article. This article talks about Banda Aceh 20 years after the tsunami that happened in 2004. The tsunami was triggered by a powerful earthquake in the Indian Ocean and became one of the deadliest natural disasters in history. It caused severe destruction and claimed many lives across Aceh. Homes, schools, hospitals, roads, and other public facilities were destroyed, leaving many people homeless and separate from their families. The article explained that after the disaster, Banda Aceh received support from the Indonesian government, local communities, and many countries around the world. Together, they rebuilt houses, schools, hospitals, and other important facilities. Over the past 20 years, Banda Aceh has also improved its disaster preparedness by developing a early warning system and educating people about how to respond to natural disaster. What I found interesting is that the article mentions several important landmarks such as the Aceh Tsunami Museum, the PLTD Apung Sip, and mass burial sites. These places are not only tourist attractions but also memorials that remind people of the tragedy and honor those who lost their lives. They also help educate younger generation about the importance of disaster awareness. Overall, the article shows that although Banda Aceh has recovered physically and become a stronger city, many survivors still carry emotional pain and memories of losing their loved ones. It is a story about tragedy, recovery, hope, and the incredible resilience of the Acehnese people. Now I would like to share my thoughts about this article. In my opinion, this article is very touching because it is closely connected to my family. I am an Indonesian citizen and my father's family is from Aceh. My paternal grandmother and my father's youngest sibling were among the victims of the 2004 tsunami. At that time, I had not been born yet. I learned about this tragedy through stories from my mother and my older brother. They told me that my father was living in Bogor when the tsunami happened. He watched the news on television and cried because he couldn't contact his family in Aceh. I cannot imagine how painful that moment was for him. Reading this article made me realize that even though Banda Aceh has recovered physically, the emotional pain of losing loved ones will never completely disappear. I feel proud of the strength and resilience of the Acehese people who have rebuilt their city and continued their life despite such a heartbreaking disaster. To conclude, this article taught me that even after a great tragedy, people can find the strength to rebuild their lives. It also reminded me to appreciate my family, be grateful for what I have, and always be prepared for natural disaster. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you found my presentation interesting. Have a nice day.